Good evening, fellow punchers and loyal followers. Mickey D with you here on Thursday evening with a few selections for tomorrow. Just before 5 o'clock, watched Galley Hill there at Clonmel in the 4:15. I would like to have paid 450,000 for that joke when he couldn't win a modest affair like that at a provincial track in Ireland to, I think it was the outside of the field, was it? No, it's no good, that joke. We'll be throwing that joke in the bin. So there's one to run yet in Bath. The bus this morning, Chris Marshall, he's back in Sows in the 5:30. There must be a bit of a farmer in him. Jared Kelly said he was back in Magic Words today. Michael McCarthy was very happy. He had a treble yesterday for the boys in blue. Paul Mack, a new subscriber, he was on the bus early. He was inquiring, was I on Twitter? I'm not yet. I mean to do it all the time, but I just don't have time. I must do it. Steve likes Fairclough in the Grand National. Mike Nugent was too intoxicated to be allowed on the bus this morning. He was coming from a wedding in Inniscrone, so we sent him home to bed to sober up. David Hooman was in great form. He was all smiles. And Tom Mitchell, he's on Get Ahead in the 5:30. Tom Leach had the barrow full after his nap. Stolen Silver won yesterday. So all told, it was a happy enough bus today. The flat championships are on tomorrow, and I looked at them for a good few hours. I was playing poker last night, but there was no cash game, so I came home about I was home about 2:30, 3 o'clock. So I spent a couple hours after that going through, and again this morning going through Newcastle tomorrow. There's 3 angles on horses that I have tomorrow, and if they run to their ability and if they run to their ratings, I'd be expecting them to win. But horses don't generally do that. But all I can do is go on the trends, the stats, the forum, and everything to try and get an angle. The first one is at 2 o'clock at Newcastle. It's a class 2, it's a mile race. There's 11 runners. My Oberon, it's a 5-year-old Dubawi gelding trained by Willie Haggis, and it's rated 113. And it's a mile clear in the ratings. The next one is 105 and there's 104, and all the others are under 100. So if this was a handicap, it'd be given £8 and £9 and more than a stone away, and it's on level weights. It was last seen in Medan in a Group 1, and it was 6th in the race won by Lord North off level weights. And previously it won the qualifier for this in Southall on its first start of the year. It's a 2-to-1 shot, but I'd be expecting that if it runs. The race the last day, I can't see how it could have taken too much out of it. It has a bit of a rest, and that should win that 2 o'clock race. The 3:45 is the Fillies and Mares 7 furlong race, and the 7 declared, and it looks between a match race between Highfield Princess and International Angel. International Angel is 7-4 and Highfield Princess is 9-4 with Bet365 there about 4 o'clock. Say our International Angel changed stables from Robert Stevens to Jane Chapelheim after winning in Yarmouth a handicap of 63 in August 2021. Then it won 5 on the bounce of 67, 68, 80, 86 and 92. And its last run, it was rated 100. It was 7th in a listed race in Wolverhampton. And the horse that was 5th in that was Highfield Princess, rated 107. And both were off level weights. Highfield Princess won the Buckingham Palace Stakes in Royal Ascot last June, off 92, a 7 furlong race. And won a listed race in Chelmsford to show that it goes on the go. And that was in July, off a rate of 100. It was second against the boys last time. It's £4 well in. That's my angle on that if there's a handicap, she'd be giving the other one £4. So they're racing off level weights. So on the 9-4 against the 7-4, I think that's worth a 2 point win. The 3:30, I've one more at Newcastle there. It's in the sprint. Um, there's 14 declared, but it's 5-1 the field. Actually, there's only three horses in single digits, and the rest are all above 10-1 and over. There's an interesting horse there for me. It's number one. It's a French bred or French train runner, Bouttemount or Bouttemount. It's a 4-year-old acclamation gelding. Now it has 4 runs on the go, 2 wins and a second. And it has 4 runs at 6 furlongs, 2 wins and a second. And the other one at 6 furlongs on the turf, and it was a stakes race. But it stayed on nice enough at to be 5th. It seems to be better on the all-weather. I'd call it the go. And it's a closer over 6 furlongs, and the pace will, the likely fast pace tomorrow will set it up. It's 14-1. They're paying 4 places. I looked at the videos of its few runs, and it closes well, and it runs. It's a good finisher for Newcastle, I thought. So at 14-1, it's worth a pint each way. And then there's an interesting horse in the 3:55 at Chelmsford City. It's a Class 2 handicap, mile 2. Trawlerman. It's a 4-year-old gelding out of Golden Horn. John Gosden trains it out of Godolphin. It was kept in training this year. It hosed up in Pontefract last April. It was a 1.5 mile race. And it was last seen in the classic trial in the Bet365 classic trial in Sandown. Alan Kerr won it. Adair was second. Yabir was third. Love Eagle was 4th. And this was 6th. It wasn't beaten that far. But it's entered in May in the Yorkshire Cup. It's a Group 2. Now, it needs to win this to run in that. And the worst thing it has, when they kept it in training and when they entered in that race, the worst think that, that it's good enough. It's not that great of a race. It's rated 98, I think. So for them to be running in a Group 2, it has to get into the 1-teens. So Galton is going okay as well. Not exactly flying, but he's not doing too bad. Out of his last 33 runs, he has 4 winners and 11 places. So there is the 4 for tomorrow. There's 3 sort of real fancied ones. That joke is Trawlerman is 5-2. Highfield Princess is 9-4. And the other one is 2-1. And then you have a 14-1 shot each way. Anyway, the best of luck. I seen today that Noel Meade said that Deal Kerr is definitely going to run on Monday, but would need rain, and I don't think there's rain promised. But I think the long-term plan for him would be the Welsh Grand National next December, 4 miles on heavy ground, and it will suit him down to the ground. But hopefully at 16-1, 5 places on Monday, that at least he'll maybe steal into a place anyway. Right, gotta go. Best of luck. Bash the bookies. Over and out.